What's up, Juice 10? What's up? All right, guys. I rebooted the live stream. Let me let everybody come back. Jesus Christ. This is frustrating, man. I'm really sorry, guys. So far, I don't want to jinx it. It looks better. I'm looking at my frames. It looks steadier. It looks steadier. Maybe resetting. I got to keep that in mind. Rebooting the whole live stream may work in the future. So, thanks for hanging in there with me. Give me a minute. Let the other guys come back. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me. This is low tech. You guys are used to that by now, but I want to make sure a couple of the other people show back up. Unless they got I wouldn't blame them if they got frustrated and just left. Give me a minute. Just I see more people joining. The last thing I want, yeah, the frames look much better now. So it looks like I see that grandfather line. It looks better now. I think that was thank you for that heads up. I kept rebooting the my internet, but it was it looks like it's the fucking OBS live stream. So I closed it out and I rebooted it, and right now the frame rate looks good. It's not even moving. Am I jinxing this? I hope not. Okay, guys, it's looking good. So who gave me that heads up? Landon, thank you. All right, so where was I? I was talking about the restart. So yeah, I wanna go to that. We're gonna show that real quick.
Back up through the gears they go, and it doesn't look like a great restart for Dylan. Logano on the outside.
So at this point, he's not in a good spot. Like he wanted to get out, and Logano had a good fucking restart.
They're four wide, enter in turn
And he's
one.
got the momentum.
Logano with a great restart. Logano clear.
The race at this point is over. It's all over for Austin. So, in my opinion, he should have just held his line. He would have finished second, I think. So yeah, let's look at the rest of this. Excuse me.
Clears him down the backstretch. Can Dylan fight back? He's had a great car all weekend long. One more time around for Logano. The white.
He realizes at this point, right here, he's like, I'm telling you what's going through this fucking egghead's mind, right? I just fucking ran the race of my life. I fucking outran some of the fastest guys. I earned that spot up front. And then that fucking caution comes out. And now on the restart, I just got outran by Joey Logano. And looking at where he is right now, it's over. So I understand how frustrating that is, right? But you cannot allow that to make you do something so low and unprofessional as what he chose to do. So right here, it's over for him.
There will be contact.
God, this fucking shit starting again. All right, I noticed the fucking frame rate thing is oh god. Anyway, it keeps going to 0. Anyway, man, I thought it was fixed. I jinxed it. Oh my god, this sucks. Oh, am I going to have to reboot everything? Oh my God. I'm so sorry, guys. This really pisses me off. I'm watching the fucking live stream. The frame rates are dropping again. All right. So, right now, his mind is made up. I'm going to dive bomb. I'm going to take him out. And that's it. It's my fucking race. And I'm going to take it by any means necessary. That's basically what he thought. And here we go.
Joey Logano through 3 and 4 for the final time. There's the contact. He does.
So, dirty move. But now, Hamlin's on the inside, and he's got momentum. So, of course, I already took him out. I'm going to take anybody out that gets in front of me.
Get to him. The 11 on the inside. He gets into the wall.
And he right hooked him, by the way, which is a no-no.
Dylan's going to win it at the line.
Austin talking about how long it had been since he won, and Joey's right. I mean, it's a long way back. There's no way Austin Dillon can make the corner and still do this. So contact, Logano out of the way. Here comes Hamlin. Hamlin thinks he's going to win the race. Contact again. Austin Dillon, the winner.
Hi, I'm Parker Kliger.
Shameful. Shameful. Disgusting. Sorry, I know the live stream is going to keep acting up. I don't want to fucking reboot everything. I'm going to just stick with it for now. Man, this fucking sucks. I really should try to do live streams from home. I can't be doing I can't be doing this at work anymore. I have too many issues here. I never have these issues at home, ever. So I apologize. I'll try to do future live streams from the house. Yeah, I don't want to keep going through this shit. All right. So that's the ending. So now we're going to look at how he handles the post race, right?
Run the rest of most of the night in.
Come on.
Exciting move. Austin Dillon with a playoff spot on the line, with your season on the line. Was that a fair move?
I don't know, man. It's been 2 years, and this is the first car I've had with a shot to win. You know, I felt like with 2 to go, we were the fastest car. Obviously, had to have a straightaway, and Ricky wrecked the guy. I hate to do that, but sometimes you just...
He just told you why he did it. He was frustrated that leading the race, he should have won, that there was a caution. So he mentions that.
Shot to win. You know, I felt like with 2 to go, we were the fastest car. Obviously, had to have a straightaway, and Ricky wrecked the guy.
So he's like, because Ricky got into a wreck and caused a caution, made this restart, he's frustrated. He's admitting it. He's telling you what was going on through his mind. And his mind was made up. This is my race. I can't let somebody else have it. I'm going to do whatever. And that's what happened.
I hate to do that, but sometimes you just got to have it. And I got to thank the good Lord above. It's been tough for the last...
The good Lord. Thanking the good Lord for what? For you wrecking 2 guys? By the way, he right hooked Hamlin. This right here is supposed to be a no-no, according to NASCAR. Now, I've already seen people, idiots, online defending Dillon here, talking about how blaming Hamlin for coming up. This is the exit of the corner. The natural race line is above where Hamlin is. To expect him to stay down by the yellow line on exit is ridiculous. And you could see here the nose of the 3 is pointed inside the white hashes here. So he's already aiming for the bottom. So even if Hamlin came up slightly, that's the natural race line for him. You cannot expect him to perfectly hold the bottom coming out of the exit to the checker. This was 100% on Austin Dillon.
Good Lord above.
Right there. The good Lord above helped you right hook this guy. This is dangerous.
It's been tough for the last 2 years, man, and I care about RCR, and these fans, and my wife, and this is my first for my baby girl.
This is embarrassing.
It means a lot. It is. I hate it, but I had to do it.
You can see the
He didn't hate it. He didn't hate it that much. I'll tell you something. Another thing I see a lot of people doing online is making excuses like, oh, everyone would do it in the same spot because, it's the winning you're in and all this. It's your season. You got to do it. Bullshit. I guarantee you that, yeah, there might be a few other guys in this lineup that would do that. But to say anybody would do it or do it is bullshit. Some people actually have integrity, right? I wouldn't even do this online on iRacing, much less in real life. Some people actually care about being professional. This is dog shit. And to come out there and thank the Lord and tell everyone, oh, I hate to do it, but I had to do it. You didn't have to do it. You made that choice. So this guy's full of shit. I got no respect for him. Richard Childress is another guy that I think he needs to fucking retire. These guys that have been around NASCAR forever and ever. I'm talking about the Rick Hendricks, the Joe Gibbs, and the fucking Richard Childresses of the world. These guys have such a grip on NASCAR. They get all the breaks. So I'm curious to see what ends up happening. There's still a chance NASCAR might do something. So I'll talk about that in a little bit.
The emotion for you and what this means to you and RCR. What did you say to yourself going down the backstretch? What were you willing to do to put it in the playoffs?
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
What is it with you and walk-off wins? You did it at Daytona a few years ago. You do it here with 4 races left in the regular season to put the 3-car into the playoffs.
We just never give up, and
Come on. Hold on, guys. Oh God, this sucks. We're gonna watch what come on, man. All right, let me. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Screw this. Oh my God. Why? Come on.
Most of the night in and around 10th with single-digit running position, and then it was killing me for our jockey Chevy to leave that set of reds laying. I like with 10 to go, 5 to go. I'm like,
Right.
I can't believe we went through this.
This is what I want to show Joey Logano, and I love that he called him out for his bullshit. Come on, don't do this to me.
cynics tools, but yeah, you just got to get it done sometimes.
Austin Dillon is in the playoffs, but I'm sure Joey Logano is not a very happy man, Dylan Welch.
Well, let's get his thoughts on it here. He was just watching the replay on the big screen. Austin's season was on the line there, but what are your thoughts on what happened down there?
It's chicken shit. There's no doubt about it. He's 4 car lengths back. Not even close. There's no doubt about it. He's 4 car lengths back.
Austin's season was on the line there.
All right, hold on. Oh my God, I'm just looking. Oh my God! Oh! This is the last live stream I'm doing from work. From now on, I promise you guys, I'm gonna do the live stream. I'll do it on a Tuesday instead of Monday. I'll do it from home. Um, I'm really sorry for the low quality of the live stream, but it doesn't look like there's much I could do. It's gonna keep going up and down. I really apologize. So yeah, what I was trying to say, I'm glad this guy called him
It's
out.
11 to go along with it. And then he's going to go up there and thank God and praise everything with his baby. It's a bunch of BS. It's not even freaking close. I mean, dude, I get it, bump and run. I get it. I didn't back up the corner at all. He came in there and just drove through me. It's ridiculous that's the way we race. Unbelievable. I get bump and runs. I do that. I would expect it. But from 4 car lengths back, he was never going to make the corner. And then he wrecks the other car. He wrecks the 11 to go with it. So what a piece of crap.
So what's fair game moving forward? How do you race him? Next week or in the playoffs?
Wait and see.
Thanks, Joey. Disappointing day for the 22 team. Not the finish that they probably deserved.
Now, I love that he called him out, thanking God and having his baby there and all this shit. He should be ashamed of himself. Another thing I noticed on social media, a lot of people are calling out like Hamlin and Logano because they've raced people kind of dirty in the past and all that. I don't give a fuck what they've done in the past. 2 wrongs don't make a right. The messenger, they're looking at the messenger and not the message. So it's wrong for them to call him out for this because they've probably done shit similar to this in the past. That's incredibly stupid logic, in my opinion. It doesn't change the fact that what we just saw was dog shit. It's insane to me the way people think, and they continue to judge things based on whether they like a guy or not. It doesn't matter. What this guy did was egregious. And I'm hoping NASCAR, they still have a chance to do something about it. They probably won't, but they just reminded people that, this winning you're in shit is garbage. Absolute garbage. And this guy was running 32nd in the points, and now he's in the playoffs. Now he can compete for a championship. It sucks because there's a lot of good stuff from this that I want to talk about, but it's just this overshadows everything. So you got Bubba Wallace again. He's killing it. He's had about 4 or 5 races now where he's really racing his ass off, and finished 3rd. Suarez had a great race. He was fast. Forget about the thing with the fucking option tire. When he was on solid tires and everyone else went to the option, he fell back, but he never went down a lap. And towards the end of the run, he was making up spots again. He had a fast car. Something I've wanted to see from that group for months now. So does this mean they've turned the corner? I have to see more. This is just one race, but I like that Trackhouse talked a lot about this weekend and making a lot of changes, knowing that they are struggling performance-wise, right? It's not the drivers. It's the performance, the cars. Something is off. And as long as they know about it and they're working on it, I'm happy with that. So, yeah. This was a disgrace. Fucking can't stand. They keep bringing up Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt was a kind of a dirty driver. Great driver. Can't take that away from him. But he was a bit of a dirty driver. And people tend to forget that when he fucking wrecked one time, the famous one where he wrecked Terry Labonte, and then he was like, I was just trying to rattle his cage. People booed the shit out of him. He actually got hit with a fine and lost points. I don't know if it was for that. I think it was for the one against Waltrip. But people love to glamorize the old days and talk about they just completely forget that a lot of people did not like Earnhardt. And a lot of people called him out for being a dirty driver. So people bring that shit up, and they so desperate to make sure that number 3 car intimidator thing is alive again, and they want to bring that back. No, this is nothing more than dirty driving. And even on iRacing, you would get suspended for doing something like that. And why every year you see shit like this. Like, remember the whole thing with that truck race at Phoenix last year. And you're going to get more of this shit because NASCAR has clearly allowed too much of this shit to continue. So, I don't know, man. It's insane. If NASCAR doesn't get a grip and realize that the integrity of the sport is what really matters, they're going to lose big time. And as time goes on, this is a shit show. Nobody respects this. Yeah, and Dylan also fucking almost killed Almirola. This isn't his first time doing dumb shit behind the wheel. These guys you got to send a message to these guys that you can't be doing boneheaded shit like this. It's just not acceptable. Now, what would I do if I was NASCAR? I would take away the winning you're in thing. I would tell them, I'm sorry, we're not going to let you in the playoffs. The way that you did this, it wasn't fair, and you're not in the playoffs. You're going to have to win another race cleanly if you want to get in. And we're going to get rid of the winning you're in. That's what I want NASCAR to do. Are they going to do that? Probably not. Their first thought on everything is go for the gimmick. Even this weekend with the tire. Why didn't you just bring the soft tire for everybody to run the whole race? Why did you make this only 2 sets as an option? This is not... Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, my hotspot is running out. This is not F1. And this only adds an element of surprise. I don't want it to come out in like the roll of a dice. When it comes to down to racing for the win, anything goes. Yeah, anything goes. But there is a point where beating and banging door to door is acceptable. Bump and run is acceptable. This wasn't either of those things. This is somebody dive bombing from 3 car lengths behind and taking a guy out and then right hooking the rear of another car, which is supposed to be a complete no-no when it comes to NASCAR. So what excuse are they going to have to let him get away with that? And nobody at RCR ever even tried to make an excuse like, oh, this was just racing. It was an accident. Nobody did that. So for people to go out of their way to make excuses for them when they aren't even making those excuses is ridiculous. Uptown says replace win and you're in with 50 bonus points for a win. But you have to at least be a competitive driver. I don't know about 50 bonus points. That's a lot. But yeah, you want to give people more points for a win? Absolutely. I'm okay with that. But the automatic winning you're in, this guy's running 32nd in fucking points. He's easily the worst driver in the playoffs right now. Austin Cindric hasn't done shit either. He got that 1 win. And in all fairness, even Suarez has not had a good season. Hopefully they're back on track, but he had a long stretch of horrible runs. So those are 3 guys right now that I don't think deserve to be in the playoffs as of today. Now, I'm hoping Suarez has a run of good races, starting from now. And maybe if they find some speed, okay. But yeah, about him. And Austin Cindric, what the fuck has he done? And like I said, the Austin Dillon by far is the worst. That's what you have now, thanks to NASCAR. So yeah. And I agree, diehard. They're not going to do anything. Yeah, they're not going to do anything. It's just it's crazy. It's crazy, and everybody knows it. And even other drivers, I love that they spoke up and they said it. They said NASCAR's not going to do anything, but like, what the fuck? Where's the line at this point? Where is the line? Nobody knows because NASCAR never does anything. They don't step in. They don't do what they're supposed to do, and they stand around with their hands in their pockets, and they hope that it just, people are excited and they tune in to watch again. This is a joke. I don't know what else to say. I did have a lot of things I wanted to talk about, but the quality of this live stream has been all over the place, and it's thrown me off. It really has. I think from now on, any future live streams I'm gonna do from home. I'm not doing them from work anymore. This is where I usually have an issue when it happens, and today I'm having a lot of issues with the live stream. So this is my last live stream from work. From now on, I'll just do a live stream from home. I'll probably do it on a Tuesday or whatever. If I'm going to do a live stream, that's the way I'm going to do it. Option tires, no. Yes, it works, but I don't like it because it's like IndyCar F1. Don't want to be normal. Yeah, I don't. They could have just run the soft tire for the whole race for everybody. This option shit, it's gimmicky. And that's an F1 thing. I'm hoping that they just did that to test the tire. But even then, most guys didn't, like, only in the last 2 laps we saw everybody on the option tire at the same time. And we didn't get a long run to see how it would play out. Just run that fucking tire for the whole race. JPS says Dylan did what the win in your in system is designed to do. Don't blame him. He's got the job done. I blame NASCAR, but I also blame the driver. I'm sorry. You were a grown man. You made a decision to race dirty. That is as fucking dirty as it gets. This was not bump and run. This was not, side by side beating and banging. Short track traditional racing. This is way above and beyond. That was just dirty. And yeah, you can't give him a free pass. Yeah, NASCAR's to blame, right? The majority of the blame is on NASCAR. But you cannot just look at this guy and say it's not on him. He made that choice to race that way. And now I hope he's reminded of this everywhere he goes for the rest of his career, and I hope nobody gives him any respect on the track. And getting the job done. I mean, getting the job done by just dive bombing and running over people. Anybody can do that. That's not impressive at all. See, Jonathan says Nick Sanchez straight up wrecked Haley Deegan and NASCAR didn't do anything. Yeah, listen, we've seen this. And every time it happens and NASCAR does nothing, they don't want to take a win away. But now it's just going to get worse. And now on the big stage, at the top level, this is what you're seeing. Uptown says TV talking so much about the options was a distraction, kind of annoying. Yeah, they were focusing on that because they were trying to help NASCAR build the hype. Like, oh, look, this guy's on the option tire. Ooh, and then you see them carve through the field like nothing. What's impressive about that? You're on a softer tire, so of course you're gonna. These guys are fucking 2 seconds quicker. It's crazy. So put everybody on the softer tire. That's the solution. Jareth, welcome. Chill garbage. We're just old heads. The value of talent over demolition derbies. Yeah. If you're showing this to them and NASCAR is telling you it's okay, this is not good, man. Uptown says, my rule is you got to try a legit clean pass at least once before you wreck someone. Look, man, I just don't like, I don't know, man. It's, I don't like watching people wreck people for a win. Like I said, I don't mind hard racing, beating and banging. I'm talking door to door, right? But, and a bump and run, right? But man, just running over people and wrecking them because you can't pass. There's no way I'm ever going to defend that. Welder says, I like Austin, but I always said he wasn't cutting it in Cup anymore. 10 years and has nothing to show for it. Um, you know, if he would have just finished where he was running second, the story was positive for him. In fact, people would have been talking about how he should have won the race, but that fucking restart and that fucking caution, that would have been the story. He's the one that chose to do what he did, and then now the story is that he's dirty, and he won dirty. Yeah, he's in the playoffs. He's not going to do anything in the playoffs. He's one of the worst people in NASCAR right now. He was running 32nd. Just having him in the playoffs is a fucking black eye on the sport. Overtime caused this. He had the car least fit. Yeah, I agree. But guess what? Wrecks happen. Cautions happen. And I looked at the caution and I was pissed. I wanted the race to finish green. But caution came out. And guess it was a fucking real caution. It wasn't one of these phantom cautions. So cautions happen. Restarts happen. You have to be ready. And sometimes it doesn't go your way. And it sucks as a fan. I get it. I get the frustration. But you can't just decide, well, I should win this race. I earned it. I'm not going to let someone win under any circumstance. And then you get beat off the restart. And then you decide I'm just going to run over them. Nah, man. No fucking way. R. Lacani says NASCAR should not take away the win, but say that similar actions to this in the future, right rear hook, will result in the win being taken. They already told us that hooking a right rear was a punishable offense and that they would take it extremely seriously, right? Remember, they suspended Bubba Wallace. So I'm waiting to see what they do. But to say, okay, in the future, when did that become a rule that you need a precedent? There's nothing stopping NASCAR from dropping the hammer. This was so egregious that if I was NASCAR, I would just step up and say, whether you like it or not, what you did was egregious and it's an embarrassment to the sport. And people have to understand that this is unacceptable. So instead of just telling people, well, we can't do anything now, but for the future, no, we're going to take the win away. We're going to take away your playoff eligibility, and you're going to get hit with a points and fine. That sends a real fucking message if you're serious about integrity, about making sure that people get the message. Anything less than that is bullshit. There is no rule that says you can't institute a fine, a penalty of some kind. There is no rule. People have this idea that it's like, well, you can't do it because you have to now set a precedent and then the next time. Bullshit. NASCAR can do whatever they want. And for once, they could do the right thing and step in, drop the hammer and say, this was unacceptable. It was on purpose. They had someone on the radio telling them to wreck them. Even without the fucking data, the SMT data, they admitted that they did it. They did it because they had to do it. They had to get that win. So they admitted. Everyone at RCR openly admitted that what they did was on purpose. So what the fuck more do you... Pisses me off, and I don't get where people get that shit. There's nothing to stop NASCAR from dropping the hammer. And that's exactly what I would do. Landon said, my opinion, this should be considered cheating and he should be disqualified as he was cheating. Yes, thank you. How clear cut, more clear cut do you need it to be? He even said after the race, I hate winning this way, but I had to do it. What is he talking about? I hate racing clean. Of course, he's admitting that he chose to take someone out. That's cheating. I don't know what. Yeah, it looks like iRacing. Exactly, Steven. Yeah, two dirtiest drivers in NASCAR, Hill and Dillon, work for Pop Pop. Fuck Pop Pop. Pop Pop needs to be in a fucking home. And then I fucking can't stand that guy either. And I'm defending two guys I am not a fan of, Joey Logano or Hamlin. I've called them out in the past. Yeah, they have a history themselves of doing some dirty driving. But that doesn't change the fact that somebody could dive bomb and two wrongs. I can't believe I got to explain shit like that. But sometimes people are just stupid. See, back to the option tires. If it becomes a permanent thing, it's Goodyear being lazy, not willing to run tests with different tires. It's not. This has nothing to do with Goodyear. This is NASCAR. NASCAR can just say that option tire that we ran yesterday, we're going to run that at every short track. Okay? We already seen those tires are really good for about 35 laps. Then they really start wearing. You can get a good 50, 55 laps from those tires. So just run that fucking tire. I don't want to see this F1 shit where you choose and there's a strategy. That's not fucking strategy. That's the roll of a dice. I don't want these races decided by gimmicks. Bring that fucking tire to every short track and run it. Run it for the entirety of the race. We didn't even get to see this full field run, a green flag run on those tires. Because everyone was saving it for the end. So what the fuck? We didn't. Just run that fucking tire. See, Austin says this isn't a cool look for the sport. It's pretty embarrassing. Yeah, it's a disgrace. Uptown says Joey's going to be the one who ends up with a penalty for his clowning on pit road. Who knows, man? And nothing would surprise me at this point. But I'm glad he fucking called out Dillon. That's... Let me, real quick. I hope this doesn't fucking freeze.
4 car lengths back. Not even close. Then he wrecks the 11 to go along with it. And then he's going to go up there and thank God and praise everything with his baby. It's a bunch of BS. It's not even freaking close.
Exactly. I'm glad he said it. That's pretty shameless, man. Shameless. Thanking God and holding your baby and blah, blah. Like you fucking did something. What you did before that fucking restart was amazing. He had one of the best runs of his career. And he had the best car at the end. And he fucking, it could have been a great story. And he flushed it down the toilet. That's a choice he made. Yes, NASCAR's to blame for it with their fucking winning you're in bullshit. But you're a grown fucking man. You decided to get behind that wheel and wreck somebody. Then you right hooked somebody. And that right hooking a guy is supposed to be an absolute zero tolerance policy, right? NASCAR told us that. So I'm waiting to see what they do. Supposedly Tuesday they could decide something. Are they going to do something? I doubt it. But this is a shameful look for the sport. That whole RCR team is an embarrassment. Pop. Fuck Pop. Yeah. Steven Snyder, I would be sit out in iRacing. iRacing will fucking suspend that shit on iRacing. So, this is, oh my God, this is Terrible. Jareth says, it doesn't help that this car is so underpowered. Passing on the green for the lead is damn near impossible. I saw plenty of passing. I get it. The horsepower, we all agree, they're not gonna add power. But the softer tire makes a difference. And we didn't even get to see the soft tire for the majority of the field on a full green flag run. So it's Lacani says, well, NASCAR doesn't penalize people for wrecking someone for the win. NASCAR's past actions tell Dillon that he can do whatever. Yeah, but there's no rule that tells NASCAR that they can't just penalize somebody. There's no rule that says I have to have a precedent set before me. That does not exist. The whole precedent thing is opinion based. It's just something people say that where when there's no action taken, then they say, well, there's no precedent for it. Precedent is when you could look back and say, look, we did it to this guy. So set the precedent now by fucking taking the win away, taking away his playoff eligibility. That sets a precedent for everyone in the future. But there's no rule that says they have to have done this before in order to do something about this incident. That's it. Just fucking drop the hammer. They can do whatever they want. You don't think they will at least give a monetary fine for the Hamlin hook? Yeah, they might hit him with a fine. That is, I'm sorry for the buffering, guys. The live stream's almost over. I can't do this at work anymore. They might hit him with a fine. A couple points. I don't fucking know. But unless they take away his eligibility for the playoffs or take the win away, then I can't take anything they do seriously. What's a fucking fine? What are they going to hit him with $50,000 fine? $100,000? Pop will write a check and laugh. He'll laugh all the way to the bank. Suspend him. No waiver. Problem solved. Thank you. That's what I want. That's what I want. You want to fucking really set people straight and let everyone in NASCAR know that you're serious? Suspend them. Take the waiver away. Take the playoff thing away and take the win away. And then tell them to go fucking kick rocks if they don't like it. If Pop gets mad, tell him to go fucking pound sand. That's how you solve this. But I'll be shocked if they more than a monetary fine. Just a slap on the wrist. And even then, they'll probably say there's, that whole precedent thing is just an excuse. Anyway, guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know. I think I should be cutting the live stream. It's just all over the place. The buffering. I don't know. There's a lot of things I wanted to talk about. From now on, I'm going to do live streams from home. I'll just do it on a Tuesday or something. If I do a live stream, that's how I'm going to do it. This is not working. So I'm really sorry. Let me read the last comment. This is a different topic. I want to say I hope Hailie Deegan gets to run full-time, with Haas and Xfinity. Back to the main. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with her. If she's going to get another chance, I don't fucking know. It's a shame. I think that team was doomed to fail. They looked kind of clueless. Even when Joey Logano went there, face at Chicago, he had to explain to them tire pressure adjustments. There's something weird with that whole race team. It's a shame. I think she needs to be somewhere, definitely a better equipment and a better team around her who can help her. That's all I can say about that. Anyhow, I'm going to end this live stream. I keep seeing my frame drops. It keeps going up. It's all over the place. I want to thank you guys for showing up for the live stream. I actually had more people than I used to stream, and it's a shame I didn't have a really clean live stream. I'm really sorry about it, but I really appreciate you guys, um, dropping by. So I'm gonna call it a night, and from now on, future live streams, I'll do it from home. I can't do this like this anymore. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good night. I'm just waiting to see what NASCAR does, if anything, and if so, I'll talk about it. Maybe I'll do a video later this week. I'm out. Hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for showing up.